avoid using these boring phrases.
everyone. Good morning. I'm so glad to see you all here at the Center of Peace in our Sunday morning celebration where we come together to celebrate life and to celebrate love, to acknowledge it in ourselves and in each other. Yes. My name is Twana Malone. I'm the senior minister here at the Center of Peace. My pronouns are she, her, and they. And this morning, we have our licensed professional practitioners assisting us in our service. Leading us this morning in our meditation is Helen Moore. Leading us this morning in the ringing of the chakra bowl, that is giving us all an opportunity to bring our attention and our awareness into the room and to be so present this morning, is Sandy Forrest. Leading us in our treatment, our affirmative prayer this morning is Zuma Gonzalez. Leading us in our selected and sacred readings this morning is Sandy Forrest. Holding consciousness for us this morning, that is in quiet repose and prayer, knowing the truth about our time this morning and it's unfolding in the most wonderful and magnificent way, is Marilyn Watkins and Mara Davis. Our music this morning is being sung forth through Miss Marcy Francis and Friends I See. Greeting everybody who walks into our space this morning is Linda Singleton and Tony Bay. We have Nicole and Vern on the ones and twos this morning. You all are here. I'm here. So let us not waste one more second of this precious time, of our precious time together this morning. Let us all be committed to turning within to experience the presence that is within us. As I turn it over to Helen.
As Veronica Twana said, I'm Helen Moore. I'm a practitioner here, and my pronouns are she and her. So I invite you to join me this morning in meditation. As I find my timer, there it is. So just if it feels comfortable for you, I invite you to close your eyes. If not, find a spot to focus on, something to focus on. And just at this time, bring your awareness inward to that inner presence that is within each and every one of us. That presence of love, of gratitude, of joy, of peace, the presence of power and wisdom. As you breathe in this love and gratitude. And as you breathe out, relax, let go of any thoughts that are busyness and keep you from being present. Again, breathe in love and gratitude. And on this Sunday before Thanksgiving, let us just spend some time in gratitude. What are you grateful for? Perhaps it's just the fact that you woke up this morning. We have the opportunity to experience the divine today. Just allow yourself to be in gratitude.
Do you feel like you're running around in circles? Do you feel like you should be at a different level in your life?
And in this state of gratitude, just breathe in love. Allow yourself to feel the love that is present. If it helps, just think of someone you love deeply and immerse yourself in that feeling of love. Take this opportunity to just love yourself just as you are. And now, from this place of gratitude and love, send out this energy of love to the world, to every being in the universe, knowing that each and every being is an expression of the one life. Send out love. And just acknowledging that there may be those of us who are in pain right now, or grieving, maybe sad. I invite you just to relax, open your heart, and receive the love that is being sent to you by this congregation. Just invite you to continue in the space of sending and receiving love, knowing gratitude for all of life. Breathe in love, breathe out love. Wrap this world in love. Just rest in this place of love and gratitude. Now take one more deep breath, breathing in love. And exhale that love to the world. And I now invite you to begin to move your fingers, your toes, and bring your awareness back into the physical space. And when you are fully back, open your eyes, prepared to move on with service. And so it is.
God is. The fullness of life, the oneness of life, the allness of life. God is. God is the life, the one power, the one presence, the only power, the only presence. It is the beginning, it is the end, without beginning, without end, complete in itself. God is. And because God is, I am complete in myself, individualized as the expression of God. And as this is the truth for me, I know this is the truth for each and every one. For there is only one. That energy that flows through me, flows through you, flows through each and every one all the time. Ever present. Always present. And because this is true, I know that the Spirit, that same energy, that same life flows through this service effortlessly. Moves through each and every one serving in this place today. Moves through each and every one listening in this service today. In this building, outside this building. Moves through each and every one outside of this voice. Again, only one. All inclusive. Never separate. Never apart. I am appreciating each and every part of this service today, from the technicians to the musicians, through those others who have served, through Reverend Twana, through all here, through all listening online, in gratitude for each and every one. If we all receive the wonderful message, individualized for each one of us according to our own desire, according to our own understanding, remembering that we are each our own understanding of God. And for this truth, I'm grateful, so grateful, ever so grateful. And with that, I place these words in the activity of the law that's always saying yes. It can be no other way. It can be no other way, for life is continuous. And for this and so much more, join with me then in anchoring this prayer by saying, and so it is.
Thank you, Zuma, for that treatment, that affirmative prayer. And thank you, Helen, for leading us this morning in our practice of meditation. So now I would like to invite you all to join us as we turn to our vision and our mission. Take some time to be with it, to see it as a lived experience in our lifetime. You can find our vision and our mission to the right of me, kind of behind me. In the back of your chairs, there are some cards. On that card, you can also download the program, the service for today, and there you'll find our vision and our mission as well. So, would you all please join me in reading it out loud together? Our vision: a loving and peaceful world where all of humanity is honored as the divinity within is experienced. And our mission: the center of peace is a living, inclusive, and vibrant community that utilizes and demonstrates spiritual principles and practices to cultivate powerful individuals who together create peace throughout the world. And so it is. And now I want to invite you to please stand and join us in the singing of our congregational song, I Am One. You can find the lyrics to the song in the back of your chairs if you're unfamiliar with the song. Our congregational song, I Am One, was written by our licensed retired practitioner, Bayless Webb. Nicole, I think we're ready.
I'm one with Spirit, the Holy Spirit, and it dwells inside of me. This perfect Spirit, pure loving Spirit, rests in everything I see. God walks beside me, protects and guides me. It's ever with me. Wherever I go, I trust its power, God's healing power. Its love surrounds me, and this I know. I breathe in spirit, it lives within me, and so I am a spirit, I think a spirit, its life is my life. I know God's life is my life. I know God's life is my life. I know.
So while we're still standing, let us not miss out on this perfect opportunity to simply allow our eyes to gaze around the room, falling just wherever they might, acknowledging the humanity in another, welcoming them this morning, seeing them, honoring them. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yes, yes. You may be seated. Welcome to those who are joining us online, our YouTube channel, and our Facebook page. Welcome. Here at the Center of Peace, we are an open and affirming community. All are welcome here at the Center of Peace. And if this is your first time here at the Center of Peace, we love to be able to take this moment to acknowledge you, to honor you, and to welcome you at the Center of Peace. So if you feel comfortable enough and would stand, we invite anyone who's here for the first time to please stand. Yeah, all right. Center of Peace, would you join me in allowing love to flow from our hearts through our hands as an extension of our hearts? We saying, welcome to the Center of Peace. We know who you really and truly are. A unique and divine expression of love and life itself. Truly perfect in every way. We honor you, and we welcome you. Welcome to the Center of Peace. Yes, you may be seated. Yeah. Please do, after service, go and find our visitors for the first time. Let them know that they are welcome here anytime. Yeah, all right. I think we're ready for announcements, and I think Amy Taylor is going to be doing our announcements.
Thank you. Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Upcoming special services, December 8th, Tajay. I was so close. Taizé. Almost there. Which will be led by our practitioners. That will be December 22nd. That will be December 8th. On December 22nd, the winter solstice service, which will also be led by our practitioners, and December 29th, our yearly burning bowl ritual. And if you have not experienced that, wow, it's really something. Releasing of what no longer serves us and being intentional about the new year and the New Year's meditation, virtual, led by our practitioners. You can go to our website for more details about all of those special services. Now I'd like to bring up Yenda Lambert, our Vice President of the Trustee Board, around Beyond Four Walls.
All right. Happy Sunday. Okay, so we have MJ the Musical. We still have some tickets left. So come on, y'all. Get those tickets. It's a good show. I heard someone say it's a good show. All right, well, let's get together and do that on January the 16th at 7:30 at the Academy of Music. The ticket price is $102. And I kept saying December 1st, but tickets are on sale until December the 4th, okay? So feel free to get, let's get our tickets before December the 4th, okay? And I believe I am complete, Marie. Thank you.
Thank you. We'd like to say happy birthday to all of our November birthday folks, and you know who you are. And finally, in reference to just some of the house rules, beverages must have a lid on them. Please be mindful not to leave things behind. And you can get on our mailing list by downloading our QR code. Please check our website for more information at thecenterofpeace.org. Like us, follow us, and subscribe on all of our social media platforms. And finally, practitioners are available after service for prayer. Meditation is throughout the week. Contact information is on our website, thecenterofpeace.org. And I am complete. Thank you.
Thank you, Marie. All right, this morning we have two beliefs in action. If you don't know what a belief in action is, it is on a Sunday where we open up the floor for our congregation to be able to share in their experiences of the principles that we talk about and the practices that we encourage each other to engage in, how these principles and practices have changed their lives, how it's affected their lives. It's an important piece of our service because it gives us the opportunity to get to see it in real time, not just brings some color into the principles and practices, brings them up close, that sort of thing. So anybody is free to do a belief in action. You do have to contact Callista Dorsey. There is Callista waving her hands. She'll give you all the details. You can find Callista's information if you're online and watching. You can contact Callista too. Her information is on our website so that you too can share your belief in action. So this morning we are going to have a belief in action from Roxanne and a belief in action from Marie Amy Taylor. So I'm going to call Roxanne up first. Roxanne, I think, is a little bit nervous. Let's send her some love, y'all. Send her some love.
Good morning, Center of Peace family. Oh, what a great day to be alive. Well, yes, I am quite nervous. I'm very uncomfortable. But we have this person that was recently called a force of nature, goes by the name of Callista. You don't always have to go to her because sometimes she'll go to you. She'll come to you because she came to me and said, how about you doing a belief in action? A lot of times I go to the negative before I get to the positive, right? So I said to her, I'll think about it. And as she was walking away, I was rolling my eyes at her and sucking my teeth like, no, I don't really want to do that. But she has this great, one of her gifts is power of persuasion. Now, as she said that to me, she walked away, right? One thing about her, she doesn't let you come to the conclusion or make that decision. She allows you to. So, of course, with her gift of persuasion, I go back to her after sucking my teeth and rolling my eyes, and I say, yes, okay, I'll do it. Okay, so anyway, yes, I am very uncomfortable up here, you know. Cause, in fact, the funny thing about it is when she said it to me, I got this vision in my head. All I could think about was all these pairs of eyes that would be staring at me. You know, that's all I could do. But see, Spirit is so good to me. Spirit talks to me. You know, Spirit said, come on, girl. Now, you know, most of the people there is just like family. It's nothing for you to be afraid of, right? By the way, let me back it up and say, years ago, I pleaded with Spirit. I said, listen, please don't come to me with all those parables and all that I saith, doeth, and cometh and saith, because you know I don't understand that, right? I said, please speak to me in terms that I can understand. So that's when Spirit said to me, come on, girl. You know, most of all those people in this, so there's no need for you to be afraid and comfortable. So, yes, Callista. Anyway, what I am knowing is that there's a power that is great, a force and energy that is out here that is in everything, covers everything, everybody, and everything in this earth. And this power, this spirit, this presence has been good enough to me to put its spirit, to place its spirit within me. Therefore, I know that I do have the power, the energy, and the fortitude, and so on and so forth, because I know that this God works through me, is expressed as me, and just as it does with me, it does for each and every last one of you all. So even though I'm afraid to be up here and here, I know that this Spirit is leading me and guiding me. I know the words that come from my mouth are not completely given from me. It's given from Spirit. I call it Spirit, the divine, whatever you choose to call it. So I know this is not me. I know it's working through me. And with that, I am grateful to have this opportunity to be up here to do this. So I'm casting my words out into the universe, knowing that they're going to be heard, and they're going to be acted upon right here and right now. Okay? So anyway, I'm going to be speaking about my experience. I don't want to call it experience, I want to call it adventure. I recently took this 40-day powerfully creating abundance. I want to call it a course, but again, I want to call it an adventure because it was an adventure for me. So, and with this, I'm going to be, the principles that I'm speaking about will be principle number 1. We believe in God, the living Spirit, Almighty One, indestructible, absolute, and self-existent cause. This one manifests itself in and through all creation, but is not absorbed by its creation. And also principle number 6. We believe in the unity of all life, and that the highest God and the innermost God is one God. We believe that God is personal to all who feel this indwelling presence. Okay, so anyway, getting back to the ranch, this 40-day powerfully creating abundance experience, adventure for me was so awesome. First of all, we had roughly 30 attendants. No, let's say more than 30 attendants. And these started at 7 o'clock in the morning every day for 40 days. Well, I had decided to take this class. I wasn't sure about what it was going to be all about, but I just knew that I needed some discipline and some stability. So I'm like, 40 days at 7 o'clock in the morning. Well, I'm an early riser anyway, so I said, I think I could do that. I need that. So I said, I'm going to commit myself to just 40 days. I'm so grateful that I did. Okay, like I said, it was like more than 30 people, and each and every single solitary day, all of these people were on. You may have not had 1 or 2 of them, but then again, we had a 6 o'clock course too, so if you missed the 7 in the morning, you could do the 6. And from what I understand, everybody attended every one of those 40-day sessions, so anyway, it started out, it was facilitated by Reverend T. and Helen Moore. Thank you both so much for this, right? We started out with prayer in the morning, and we did some readings. There are little cards that's in here, and we did a reading for each card every day, right? It was 10 of them, and we rotated. And to make a long story short, we did the reading of it, and then we contemplated and meditated for a while. Then after that, we journaled about what we meditated upon, and then we shared what we came up with, right? It was phenomenal. And see, I know for myself, I needed this discipline because I'm like haphazardly, well, I'll pray this morning, maybe I'll do that. I'll journal when big things happen with me, and then I'm writing, journaling a lot. From this class, I found out I didn't have to do all that. It was great. Anyway, so I'm gonna tell you, and these each day it lasted no more than 30 minutes. I'm saying 25 minutes, but I'm giving a little extra and say 30 minutes, right? So we could do it in that time. Anyway, but I'm going to tie this into an experience that I had while going through this, right? So like I said, God speaks to me, and I sometimes go to the negative before I can get to the positive. I'm practicing and I'm working on that, right? So anyway, what it is, my experience, as I was going through this, a friend of mine, a recently new friend of mine, had invited me out to a girls' trip, right? This girl trip was in Virginia, way up in the mountains. It was called the Massanutten Resource, right? So now I recently met this friend, and I knew it was going to be a couple other women, right? Here I go, negative me, 7 days with some women that I barely know. I don't know. Spirit says to me, woman, it always addresses me, woman, girl, or something like that, right? Woman, look, you ought to be grateful that somebody cared enough about you to want to invite you. Expenses paid, right? Okay, I paid attention. Okay, yes, I'll go. you know. Anyway, so as we're going up there, I know it was going to be like a long ride, like 4 hours, 4.5, 5 hours, right? I'm having some challenges with my knees, right? So I'm saying to myself, oh, boy, I got to sit in that car, and my knees. Spirit says, woman, send some love to your doggone knees and just accept this. Okay, knees, I love you so much, knees. I'm so grateful for you, knees. Oh, look at my knees, look at my knees. Oh. So I went through all that, right? It was great. So I sat back. He said, now just sit yourself down and relax and enjoy the ride. So I did. Okay, Spirit, I'll do that, right? So I sat back. It was beautiful. Talk about abundance, right? The road just opened up for us. No problem whatsoever. Got out the car and I could move my knees. I had no problem with that, right? And as we're driving, I just saw the abundance of the road and all the trees. There was no traffic. It was like God just opened up the whole road for us, No, it was just beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. So anyway, and even before that, I was saying to myself, I was having some situations with my automobile. So I'm like, oh, man, I'm going to go up here with them, even though the thing is paid for. I know I'm going to have some money going to the negative again. I'm not going to have any money, but I mentioned to a friend of mine I was having some car problems. Next thing I know, here's some money that was Cash App to me. The money was enough for me to get my car fixed and did the work I needed on my car, and I had a whole lot more left over. So for me, I'm in this here thing with abundance, seeing a lot of it, and the prosperity, how I prosper from these things, right? So I prospered from this. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Spirit, right? Anyway, so, and as I'm there at this girl's trip, here I go, negative me again, right? Oh, no, when I was talking about the money, Spirit said to me, don't worry about it, girl, you're going to be all right. That's when I was Cash App. Okay, thank you, Spirit, again, right? So I get there, and they had several activities planned for us, right? Here go negative me. Well, I don't hardly know these people here, how this going to be. Spirit said, girl, and he always addresses me like this. Girl, just go to the doggone thing. You might be surprised. Okay, I'll go. I went. When I walked into this place, it was so much joy and happiness that it was heavy. You could feel it. It was like everybody was so happy, the joy and everything. I was just surrounded. I was overwhelmed with this pressure of this joy, right? Abundance. And how did I prosper? Yeah, I received it. Anyway, certain things went on like that throughout the adventure, And by the way, I might be skipping some things. The time with these women was fabulous. I felt a love that I had not felt in so long. We got along so well. Sure, I lived by myself. There was little piddly things. Here I go at my list. Oh, she left shoes in the floor. Oh, well, big deal, right? But it was so much love, and all these women, we got along together. We pitched in together. Everything just flowed so beautifully. Abundance, that abundance of love. And how I prospered. See, the way I look at it is God is providing the abundance. It's up to me to receive it. And that's how I prosper from the abundance. So anyway, make a long story short, there were some other things, but I'm skipping on, But anyway, because I'm trying not to be up here too long because this one might be saying to me, she might be doing all that to me, So anyway, don't get ready to wrap this up real quick. All right, what I got from this course too. I'm almost done. Give me 2 more minutes, that's it. Couldn't get me up there, now you can't sit me down, right? Anyway, what it is the course, the adventure that I took, what it also showed me, it opened my eyes and made me more aware of the abundance in some of the smaller things, the abundance that is always around us, always surrounding us, And not only that, we did it all within 25 minutes. To me, I was like, oh, you mean to tell me I don't have to sit here and meditate for 45 minutes and an hour? I can do, because a lot of times my meditation answers come to me quickly anyway. And sometimes I'm just sitting there because I feel like I haven't sat there long enough. But it's not about the quantity, it's about the quality. So It helped me, and then not only that, after the 40 days, I'm almost done, Callista. After the 40 days, I kept continuing this practice. Not necessarily 7 in the morning, but I did the whole thing. And I found out about 2 days that I missed. Something wasn't right with me. I was kind of like off balance that day. And I knew what it was because I didn't do that. So I thank y'all for that. And I shall continue. But what I do want to say to here, and then I'm done, Callista. For me, I have some artwork in my house. This is my favorite. My mouth ain't big enough? Okay, all right. I have some artwork in my house, and this is one of my favorites. To me, this is me sitting here, and God, the universe, spirit, the divine, the creator, however you want to call it. Spirit, the divine, the creator, whatever you want to call it, right? That's me sitting there. And that spirit, creator, handed me all the gifts of life. All the gifts. There's so many gifts out there. And all that it takes is for me to be, so that's me sitting down there, you know, going to the negative first. But anyway, all it takes is for me to be open and just receive these gifts that are always, always, always around us and in abundance. And so again, you all, thank you for allowing me to share. Thank you, Callista. I'm complete, and so it is.
Callista will let you know when I ask you with love and care, it's 3 minutes. I got a taste of what Callista's doing sometimes.
What a hard act to follow. And 3 minutes. All righty. So I'm going to jump right into it. But the notion of gifts and the notion of wrapping the world in love, Helen, really is the theme for my story. So to keep me on task, I'm going to read. It was the morning after the United States election of 2024 when fear and dread settled into my bed, leveling me with the power of their emotional punch. As I looked over at my 57-year-old daughter, Tanya, still asleep in a fetal position, my beliefs and principle for, we believe that heaven is within us and that we experience it to the degree we become conscious of it, had been hijacked by an election results and the near paralyzing reality of an uncertain future. My sweet daughter, who had left her family in Brooklyn to canvass the streets of North Philadelphia and to drive seniors to the polls, stirred, opened her eyes wide, took in the moment, and began to sob uncontrollably. My mini Labradoodle, Snoop Dogg, responded by draping his fluffy little body across hers and remained on top of her as she and I reflected on the unspoken, unanswerable question, what does this mean for us and our world as we know it? Tanya dragged herself out of the bed and back to Brooklyn, only to experience an attack of rage and fear that required an immediate intervention. I got an SOS from her Brooklyn family asking me to do something before she imploded, scattering emotional shrapnel for her family to absorb or deflect. And as life would have it, in the very next week, she had committed to facilitate 2 diversity training programs in her workplace in Brooklyn, and I had committed to do 4 DEI training sessions for 2 different clients here in the Philadelphia area. What were the odds that this mother-daughter coincidence would occur at this moment in time? I felt overwhelmed and challenged in multiple ways as my dual roles as a mother and a role model collided. It was then that I reached out into my spiritual self and channeled Reverend Tawana's wise words, "Be at peace with what is." I leaned into Principle 5. We believe that the ultimate goal of life is to be a complete freedom from all discord of every nature, and that goal is sure to be attained by all. And Principle 9, we believe in the healing of the sick and control of conditions through the power of this mind. I knew that the diversity work I do for a living, already banned in several states and now threatened to be banned on a national level, was needed now more than ever, and that the heavy lift was mine and my daughter's to accept. As I shared what I visualized as a place in this unprecedented political space, I pushed us both to let love lead the way and to face our fears with faith, as Reverend Tawana had recommended to do several weeks before it. So Tanya and I ultimately came to the recognition that the only way to do the work was to do the work, and to do it without anger, fear, or blame. We committed to seeing each participant in these training rooms through a lens of love and connection, and that the God in us is the God in them too, regardless of our politics. Dr. Tanya Taylor's 2 Brooklyn training programs were highly successful as she presented inspiring and hopeful messages to 100 diverse medical students. And I managed to have over 120 participants here in Philadelphia in 2 different organizations, really talking to each other about diversity and practicing new ways of connecting with each other's humanity. And I even managed to get one of them on their feet, dancing with me to Marvin Gaye's "Gotta Give It Up." So the principles are gifts. And as a member of this amazing center and a mother determined to walk her talk and practice her faith, I intend to keep sharing the gifts in new and challenging spaces as our world continues to perplex and amaze us. I plan to keep on dancing.
Keep on dancing. Oh, I love it. Come on now. Come on, get hooked up now. Grand Rising, everyone. How's everyone feeling? Oh, I just loved it. I just loved it. The song that we're going to do today is called "Stan" by Karen Drucker. You all know about this song? Say, "Let there be peace." I'm going to say, "Let there be peace," and you're going to say, "I am a stand for peace." Let there be peace. Let there be love. Let there be joy. Let there be joy. We are making a new world now. We are making a new world now. Let me hear it again. We are making a new world now. After you hear what's going on, what are we doing? We are making a new world now. Oh, I love this party. I'm ready to dance. You ready? Let there be peace. I am a stand for peace. Let there be peace. Let there be love. Let there be joy. Let there be peace. Let there be love. Let there be joy. Let there be peace. Let there be love. Let there be joy. Come on. We are making a new world now. Come on. We are making a new world now. We are making a new world now. Say, I am light. I am love. Here we go. Check this out. Let this world. Let the sun shine in. Let the sun shine in. The sun shine in. Come on with me now. Come on. Let the sun shine in. Let the sun shine in. The sun shine in. Everybody, let the sun shine in. The sun shining. Let the light in. Let the light in. Let the light in. The light in my life. One more time. Let the light in. Woo! Let the light in. The light in my life. The light in my life. The light in my life. Ooh. Thank you. Will Cates and Miss Jan Jeffries.
Hello, Center of Peace. If you could stand and repeat after me for the affirmation. I rejoice in the revelation. That is a unique and individualized manifestation of Source. I am one with everything and everyone. And so it is. This reading is called Our All-Embracing Nature. No individual exists in their own nature, independent of all other factors of life. Each has a totality of the universe at their base. All individuals have, therefore, the whole universe is their common ground, and this universality becomes conscious in the experience of enlightenment in which the individual awakens into their own true, all-embracing nature. Lama Govinda imagined this spiritual fact. The whole universe is at the base of who we are. What the whale sees as it rushes to the surface is beneath all human seeing. What the eagle feels brushing under its wings is beneath all human question. What the uppermost tree leaf knows of light as it spreads open for the first time is beneath all attempts to love. The essence of every living thing is embedded, dormantly potent in the energy of the heart that awaits beneath the skin of the heart. As Lama Govinda so touchingly puts it, enlightenment is an experience in which all of that essential relation becomes more than knowable it becomes palpable, and being so touched, essence to essence, a pre-existent spiritual quality of oneness is enlivened. Imagine that beneath all our distrust, there's a stream of ongoing oneness. And the only way to enter is to take off our distrust and bad experience like clothes. Imagine that in entering that stream naked, we reach for the moment with every hand that ever reached. I confess that I have known moments that open beneath the grid of time where light is more than light and yet only light, where the soft wind through the remaining yellow leaves falling on the pond is today and 100 years ago. I usually enter these moments alone. It is how I climb my way to God. But quietly, when daring to love, to hold nothing back, I have gone there with others. And in those moments of total embrace of life and each other, we look both out and in, and all is aglow. And it becomes clear that all true lovers meet here, climbing through their lives to a moment no one else seems to understand, where to be together is to be alone, where to touch the skin is to touch the spot of God within that was born to be touched. In this way, enlightenment is the experience, the feeling of oneness of all life, more than the putting on of wisdom. This reading is from the Book of Awakenings, page 327 to 328 by Mark Nepo. And the reading and the affirmation were submitted by Cynthia Banks, our licensed practitioner. Thank you.
Thank you. I'd like to dedicate this to my birthday people. Miss Kamara Jordan, I call her my G-Mom, and my Mr. Magic, Mr. Warren Cooper. How about giving them a hand, y'all? Just stand. Yes. Two important people in my life. Now, I know you all know this song. My soul is welcome here. My soul is welcome here. I'm at the right place at the right time. Yeah, I'm at the right place at the right time. All right. I'm at the right place at the right time, and I'm just where I'm supposed to be. I'm at the right place at the right time, and I'm just where I'm supposed to be. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. I'm at the right place at the right time, and I'm just where I'm supposed to be. I'm at the right place at the right time, and I'm just where I'm supposed to be. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome here. I'm at the right place at the right time, and I'm just what I'm supposed to be. I'm at the right place at the right time, and I'm just what I'm supposed to be. Oh, my soul is welcome here. Oh, my soul is welcome here. I am getting the message loud and clear. My soul is welcome. Mr. Will Cates, come on. Miss Jan Jeffries. Is everybody feeling the joy? Come on, stand on up. Come on, get this thing. This joy I have, the world didn't give it to me. Come on, come on. This joy I have, the world didn't give it to me. One more time. This joy I have, the world didn't give it to me. The world didn't give it, and the world can't take it away. No, 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 no. How? This love I have, the world didn't give it to me. Oh, this world I have, woo, world didn't give it to me. I said, this world I have, the world didn't give it to me. I said the world didn't give it, the world can't take it away. How about this peace now? Come on. I said this peace I have, the world didn't give it to me. Oh, this peace I have, woo, the world didn't give it to me. Oh, this peace I have, the world didn't give it to me. Yeah. The world didn't give it, the world can't take it away. One more time, one more time. This light, the light. This light I have, woo, the world didn't give it to me. Oh, this light I have, no, 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 the world didn't give it to me. Yeah, yeah, this light I have, the world didn't give it to me. No, no. The world didn't give it, the world can't take it away. Yeah, yeah, can't take it away. No, 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 can't take it away. Woo! Thank you, everybody. Raise your hands up. Say thank you for this day. Thank you for Center of Peace. Put your hand over your heart. Say, I am love. And so it is.
Marcy Francis, Jan, and Will. Let's give them another round of applause. Oh, gosh. Calissa told me I got 3 minutes. Because Roxanne took up all my time. Oh my goodness. Our theme for the month, the one and only, the one and only. Our principles this morning that we'll be working with, written by Ernest Holmes, someone more than 100 years ago, I think, at this time, titled What We Believe. You can find a copy of this if you are on our mailing list or you do a search for What We Believe by Ernest Holmes. But this morning, I want us to get centered in spiritual principle number 1. We believe in God, the living spirit, almighty one, indestructible, absolute, and self-existent cause. We believe this one manifests itself in and through all creation, but is not absorbed by its creation. We believe the manifest universe is the body of God. It is the logical and necessary outcome of the infinite self-knowingness of God. Spiritual principle number 2, we believe in the individualization of the Spirit in us, and that all people are individualizations of the one Spirit. Spiritual principle number 5, we believe the ultimate goal of life to be a complete freedom from all discord of every nature, and that this goal is sure to be attained by all, the one and only. We believe that God, the living Spirit, is individualized as you, and that God, the living Spirit, is individualized as me. We believe that there is no great one or no one great. We believe that we all are the great I am. We all are the great I am. Now, a lot of people don't believe this because it's hard to believe. It's hard to believe that God and I are one. It's hard to believe, as Ernest Holmes says, that which you have so ardently and eagerly sought has never been separated from you, not for one moment. I mean, how they say it now? Pause. Take that in. Not for one moment has the thing that you have eagerly, ardently sought after, that it has never been separated from you. Not ever. Not ever. But it's hard to believe. It's hard to believe. Ernest Holmes says that it is our recognition of this that makes life glorious. When we realize who we are, when we realize our relationship with the divine power and presence, by whatever name you so choose it, our recognition of it is what makes life so glorious. It's what makes our life so glorious. It's the thing that turns darkness into light. It's the thing that changes confusion into clarity. It's the thing about us that makes us whole and holy. But it's hard to believe because many of us were taught that God is outside of us. And it's reinforced by folks who want to have power over us. It's hard to believe when you find yourself in a dark moment. It's hard to believe when the pain is so deep. It's hard to believe when the hurt is so real. It's hard to believe when the money is low. It's hard to believe when the house is cold. It's hard to believe when they said what they said. It's hard to believe when he did what he did. It's hard to believe that the thing that I'm searching for and seeking is not someplace far off, but is right where I am. It's hard to believe. It's hard to believe, and it was hard to believe many, many hundred years ago when all folks had was a horse and a carriage to travel from point A to point B, that at some point in time, that cars would make horses and carriages obsolete. It was hard to believe. I was looking at a video on social media, and there was this video of this woman who was with her grandchild. And so she had her debit card out or something out, and she was talking to her grandson, and she said, "You mean to tell me that my bank account and my information on my card, that all I have to do is push a button and then my money in my bank account is going to be in your bank account. It's going to be your money and ain't nobody going to mess with my money. She was like, boy, get out of here. If you don't have a seat somewhere, it's hard to believe. It's hard to believe. And because it's so hard to believe this, we become satisfied with keeping what's close out there. We're satisfied. And instead of affirming on a daily basis that God and I are one, our practice becomes daily then to eliminate the risk in our lives so that things remain the same and so that things don't change and so that we remain the same. So our practice becomes a practice of eliminating things, not creating things. We're here to create, not to eliminate the risk as they show up in our lives. And as long as we keep God out there, we'll continue to be satisfied with eliminating the things, eliminating the people, eliminating the situation, managing, manipulating, managing and manipulating the situations and the people. Because it's hard to believe. But this morning, let me take this opportunity to clarify that those of us who are here, all of y'all and me, we're not merely here to be satisfied. We're not here merely to be satisfied. And as long as our experience is with a God out there, we make it all right simply to be satisfied. Listen. If what you're reading, if what you're practicing, if what you're believing in, if it ain't changing you, if it ain't changing your situation, if it's not changing your circumstance, don't be satisfied with it. Don't be satisfied with it. Don't be satisfied until from your barrenness, don't be satisfied with it until, like the prodigal son, when you find yourself in the lowest place, that you return to God. Don't be so satisfied until the life that you are desiring is the life that you're living. I ain't satisfied. I ain't satisfied. So it is in a place like this and in our space like this is that we gather together so that we can fortify our minds, so that we don't slip into being satisfied. You know what I mean, Sandy? So we don't fall back into that, so that we can begin to believe what's hard to believe. When we are so easily satisfied. All we need is a little bit of wine, a little bit of crackers, and we satisfied. All we need is a couch that we can kick back on and look at some football or at the newest little show. We satisfied. All we need is somebody rub our little back. We satisfied. No. Don't be satisfied with it. Ernest Holmes, in his book, Living the Science of Mind, in it he talks about God, our personal self, and God, our impersonal self. And this reading is coming from his selected reading, God, Your Impersonal Self. I'm reading from pages 132 and 133. And he says, I am come that you might have a more abundant life. To those who know their true nature, believing themselves separated from good, I am come. To those weary with disappointment and struggle, who have sought life outside themselves, I point the way to certain salvation. Let me back up a moment and offer it to you as I experienced this reading. It was me reading to me. So this is you reading to you. I am in the midst of you, is mighty to heal. to comfort and prosper. I have come to arouse you from your long dream of separation, from your night of despair. The dawn has come. The sun of truth rises over the horizon of ignorance. The light dissipates the darkness. The morning dew is upon the petals. They glisten in the sun. I am the sun of truth, dwelling within the sanctuary of your heart. Awake, become aware of my presence, for I am life. I am not something apart from your being. I am your being. Closer than your breathing, nearer than your hands and feet, I am. You have thought you denied my existence by affirming lack, fear, and failure, but in reality, you have merely affirmed my power to be to you that which you believed. I have come to awaken you from the sense of limitation, to proclaim to you the eternal days of my abundance. I have come to acquaint your mind with truth, to convert your soul by reason, inspiration, and illumination to the realization that I am is all there is, and besides which there is none other. Within you is the secret place of the Most High, the tabernacle of the Almighty, the indwelling God, the ever-present One. I am that being. I am that all being. I am your being, and you are my being. If you can put aside your fear, which is but an expression of your sense of isolation, if you can put aside all negation and turn to me alone, then you shall be made free. Be still. Know that I am your true self. Be still and know that I am the life principle. Be still and know that I am the truth, dispelling all error. I am power, neutralizing all weakness. I am abundance, swallowing up all lack. I am your real self. Nothing that you have ever said or done, no law that you've ever set in motion is as great as I am. For I transcend all uses of law. I, the creator, recreate. I, the molder, remold. I, the maker, remake. You may trust what I shall do, for I am God, the living spirit in the midst of you. Not some mighty, but almighty. There is no law opposed to my will. There is no opposite to my nature. There is no darkness which my light does not dissipate. There is no knowledge which I do not possess. For I am wisdom, the source of all knowledge. I am light, the source of all illumination. I am power, the source of all strength. The great I am within you. The great I am within you. The living spirit almighty, not some mighty, but almighty in the midst of you. In the midst of you. I highly recommend, if you have the book, go to that chapter and spend some time with it. Well, we ought to be this morning concerned about what comes first. And I'm not talking about the chicken or the egg. But we ought to be concerned about what comes first. See, you can't be satisfied with your life if you ain't sanctified your life. It ain't gonna never be enough. They ain't gonna never be enough until God becomes to you all that there is. You can't be satisfied in your life if you ain't sanctified your life. I know it's a little tricky kind of word for you, but don't worry about it. We're going to break it down a little bit. How do you sanctify your life? Well, you begin to see yourself as you really and truly are. How do you sanctify yourself? You begin to acknowledge the sacredness and holiness about you wherever you are and begin to experience life from a sacred and holy space. How do you begin to sanctify your life? You begin to see the God in you in everybody that you see. That's how you sanctify your life. And until you sanctify your life, you will never be satisfied with your life. You've got to recognize God at the very center of your life and unify with it in such a way that there is none other. You see, we have a practice here, we call it treatment. We call it affirmative prayer. There's 5 steps in treatment. There is recognition, there's unification, there's realization, thanksgiving, and release. Well, what's happening in steps 1 and 2? In steps 1 and 2, we surrender our desire for anything so that we can know the one thing, so that we can know the one thing is almighty in me. Right? We say God is all that there is. Step 1. And I and God are one. I'm so unified with it in every way that its ideas is my high and holy ideas now and forevermore. How do we sanctify our life? We move into steps 1 and steps 2. We recognize God in all of its power, its presence, its energy, its essence is right where I am. We begin to know that we have never been separate and apart from it. Never been separate and apart from it. Never been separate and apart from it. Not even then. Never. I remember early on when I was introduced to New Thought. When I was just starting out, when the teachings were starting to seep into my bones, you know what I mean? You know what I mean, Betty? Yeah, it was like, oh, okay, I got a little something about myself, right? Somebody read something or somebody said something this morning, you know, walk like you know, or something like that, one of the songs. So I started walking around like I knew something about myself. And it was shortly after that I was back in Tennessee. It was Thanksgiving. And I was with my family for Thanksgiving. And after being there for a day, about a day and a half, the things started happening. You know what I mean? I could just feel it coming on. You know what I mean? You can feel that moment coming. You know the moment I'm talking about when you're like, oh boy, here we go. Oh God, here we go, that moment. And so instead of engaging though, allowing myself to get to a point where I was thinking, God, why did I do this? Why did I make this trip? Why did I come here to be with these people? And before I got to that moment, because the teaching had started to seep into my bones, because I had started to affirm in the truth, because I started to realize that my life is holy and my experiences are sacred, because I had begun to sanctify myself and sanctify my life, to recognize the power and the presence of God and unify with it as my very life, instead of engaging, I got in my car and I drove to the lake. Now, this is not a running away. This is a returning to. A returning to love, a returning to the Father's house, the mother's house, a returning to my God self. I wasn't running away. There's a difference between running away and turning to. You should know that. I started to recognize the ever-present power of God within me, the Almighty within me. We're not here simply to be satisfied. We're here to sanctify our lives and to sanctify our experiences. In this book, Richer Living by Ernest Holmes and Raymond Charles Barker, he says this. He says that the Lord God omnipotent created me as a free and full expression of itself. This reading is titled, I Determine My Own Demonstrations. I have the freedom of a mind which brought me forth to express its ideas. I choose and divine law produces. There is no power to hinder me and no law to refuse me. All of life is mine to use for good, and this I do. Backed by the omnipotence, I determine my own results. I have no one to blame for my mistakes, not even myself. I refuse to believe that the world acts upon me, for I know that I act upon the world. My thinking is my environment, and God is my heredity. Albeit I no longer, I face the facts of my own conclusions. I am determined to demonstrate what I want. In this reading, he says, today I have peace of mind. It matters not what others believe. It matters not what others do. I know him who created me, and I abide in its love. I refuse to let the material thinking of others influence me. I am not dependent upon the world. The world is dependent upon me. I am not dependent upon this world. My world is dependent upon me. I am not dependent upon what they do or what they don't do. The only thing that I'm dependent upon is me. This is how we sanctify our lives. I'm not dependent upon the world. My world is dependent upon me. I am to recognize and to unify with God and be moved into a place of freedom to begin to expect an experience of freedom, of love and joy and peace that I am moved to turn back to, not to run away from, to move into my God self. And you might, like the singer who sings, come on and help me, Kamara, it's like, it's already getting better, it's already getting easier. The God in me is moving on my behalf. God in me. Yes. You got to sanctify yourself so you can sing with us. It's already getting better. It's already getting easier. God in me is moving on my behalf. It's doing it for me. Yes. Let that be our declaration this Thanksgiving. It's already getting better. It's already getting better. Don't do what you used to do. Don't make it hard to believe it. God and I are one. Don't make it hard to believe it. Not some almighty, but almighty is in me. Is in me. Let us not be satisfied. Let us be willing to sanctify ourselves, to sanctify our lives, to sanctify our experiences. It's already getting better. It's already getting better. The moment we move into the recognition that God is all that there is and that I can never be separate and apart from God, as we begin to lose all sense of separation and stand holy and boldly and proudly in our oneness. In that moment, we declare it's already getting better. Practitioners, come on. Let's just move into a moment of prayer in this moment to further get us anchored in this. Let us just begin in this moment to turn within. To realize here and now that the ground upon which we stand is holy. That there has never been a time that we've been separate and apart from that which we seek. It is ever in us. Not in some way, but in every way. Not some mighty, but almighty. As we unify with it this morning, then coming to know it as our very lives. God in you and God in me. The individualized expression of spirit as you, so perfect, so unique, and so whole. And the individualized expression of spirit in me, so perfect, so unique, and so whole, not wanting or desiring anything, not needing anything to be added unto it because it is complete. And because it is complete, I know too that you are complete. Because it is whole, I know too that you are whole. Because it is perfect, I know too that you are perfect. Oh, it's already getting better. It's already getting easier. I affirm this to be true for you, and I affirm it to be true for me. Whatever the situation is, it's already getting better. You ain't even got to tell me about it. I just know it's already getting easier, that the God in you is moving on your behalf. And how do I know? Because it's doing it for me. So I just know for you as I know for myself then, any desire simply to be satisfied with life the way that it is, that is just simply diminished, released, and let go into the nothingness from whence it came. And for you and for me, I affirm a life of more than a simple satisfaction. I affirm a life for you so full and so full of love and light and joy that the world didn't give it, and the world can't take it away. I affirm for you a peace beyond understanding. I affirm for me a peace beyond even my understanding. It's already getting easier. It's already getting better. I know this to be the truth of all of our experiences today and forevermore. And I certainly know this to be true for you this weekend, this week as we move out to be with those we love. I affirm and I know that the God in you, the God in the midst of you is all. It is sufficient. It is mighty. It's moving you. It's leading you. It's guiding you. It's loving you. It's joy in you. It is, and that's all that there is. So I'm grateful this morning to be able to pause, to be able to speak these words, and to know the truth in these words, to affirm it to be so as the very action and activity in my life, and I know it to be the only action and activity in your life. I'm so glad about it. I am just so full of gratitude about this idea, knowing it to be so true, that I'm moved in this moment to simply gather in the words that have already been spoken, the songs that have been sung, the hugs that have been given, the glances of the eyes, the acknowledging of the humanity in another, the calling forth of the divinity in each of us. I'm so grateful for it. The moment we get to fortify our minds and to sanctify our lives, I'm grateful for it. So moved to just simply surrendering my word into the law of mind that I know is always responding to my words, always bringing back to me, causing in my life and in my experiences the very thing that I desire. My experience of knowing God as me, in me, is me. Let it be done. Let it be done. Let us all come together in agreement then by saying, and so it is.
I will surrender to my greatest, highest good. I will release step I take is taken in pure faith, and I am stronger every moment, every day. My mind is willing and my heart is open wide. I trust my instincts and let spirit be my guide. I vow to live a life that's real and pure and free, as I continue walking in this mystery. I will surrender to my greatest, highest good. I will release any fear that blocks my way. For every step I take is taken in pure faith, and I am grateful every moment, every day. There may be walls, there may be roadblocks in my way, but I can choose to take a higher path each day. And now I know that what I thought was safe and sound was only habit and regret that held me down. I will surrender to my greatest, highest good. I will release any fear that blocks my way. For every step I take is taken in pure faith, and I am kinder every moment, every day, and I'm more loving every moment, every day. I will surrender every moment, every day.
And so it is. So it is. So as our practitioners take their seat, I want to call forth our ushers this morning as we prepare ourselves to move into a time of giving and sharing with the center, our tithes and our offerings. So if you will, take your gifts out, your tithes and your offerings. As we prepare ourselves to move into a time of prayer, let us take a moment then just to acknowledge those who have already given and those who give online, those who are giving online now. They join us as we move into a moment of thanksgiving and prayer. Won't you join me as we take this moment to turn within, to bring our awareness, our recognition to the one mind, the one power, the one presence, the one life. Let us unify with it in knowing that we could never be separate and apart from it. And so all that we give is of it. That this giving is dynamic, that our giving changes the lives of our congregants, and that it changes our world. Join me in knowing that we are just giving thanks then for every cent that we receive, as I know it moves the center of peace out into this world, creating an even more sacred place and an even more sacred space for anybody and everybody who is ready to live life in a way that is more than satisfying, who is ready to live life in such a way that it is fulfilling and feels so good. So I know that just as we are blessed by every cent that we receive, I know too that the giver is blessed 1,000,000 times fold. It can be no other way. So for every cent that we receive, I give thanks. Truly, I do give thanks. And so it is.
Give thanks, give thanks, give thanks, give thanks, give thanks for all that is. Give praise, give praise, give praise, give praise, give praise for all that is. There will never ever be another day just like this day, so let's give praise now. Selah, 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 for all that is. Ashe, 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 for all that is.
And so it is. And so it is. Yes. All right, we've done it again. Let us all prepare ourselves to stand to sing our closing song as our choir's members come up to lead us in the singing of our closing song, Our Release. I want to wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving, happy holidays. Bring your holy self. Let them feast on that. Yeah. Yeah, feast on that, Kamara. My love and my joy. Yeah. Listen, the practitioners are here and ready to pray with you, know the truth about you. If you are desiring prayer, you can find one of our practitioners. They have the purple stoles on. Please do. If you are desiring prayer. Also, we have a practitioner prayer box. It's over here to my left. If you'd like to have prayer, you can write your prayer out. The practitioners will get it out of the box, and we'll be praying for you all week. So there's two options if you're desiring prayer. All right. Thank you. I think we're ready, Nicole.
There was a time in my life I thought I had to do it all by myself.
Didn't know the grace of God was sufficient. Didn't know the love of God was at hand.
But now I can say, if you're discouraged, struggling just to make it through another day,
you have got to let it go.
let it go.
Let it go.
You gotta let it go.
And this is what you have to say, everybody.
I release and I let go.
I let the Spirit run my life, and my heart is open wide. Yes, I'm only here for God. No more struggle, no more strife. With my faith, I see the light. I am free.
out our week, let me remind you that we're not here simply to live a life and to be satisfied. Let us be moved in a way that we are so sanctified, so one with God and so unified with it that the God within me is more than enough for whatever comes our way. And so it is.
Check, check, check. I'm satisfied with life. I do not just get by, I thrive. What a miracle to be up and alive. Sending love to those who are stuck in a fight. I cannot relate to the hate that they made up in their mind. I do not participate because every single time I'm down on my luck, down in the dumps, down in my darkest hour, you lift me up, you pick me up, you give me so much power. And now I know I'm never alone. It is so easy to see that it is your love lighting me up. And I know whatever happens, I'll be happy, cause I happen to be good at any situation. Calm and patient, by your grace I'll be singing through the pain. I'ma dance in the rain, I'ma feel it, I'ma always keep the faith. I'ma be okay, cause I'm still in it. And it isn't easy, I know it, believe me, it wasn't always this way. Of all the things I have tried out, my favorite is giving thanks and praying. More than a wish, more than I imagine, I manifest by making it happen. There is a gift even in the madness. And when I'm down in the dumps, down on my luck, down in my darkest hour, you lift me up, you pick me up, you give me so much power.